Hey there. So, you're at a party, a dinner, or just hanging out with friends. The conversation is, how should we say it? A little bit flat? Don't worry, we've all been there. But here's the good news. I've got 10 awesome, mind-blowing facts that will totally break the ice and get everyone talking. No awkward silences here, so sit tight and get ready to drop some knowledge at your next social gathering. Let's get into it. Fact 1. Bananas are radioactive. All right, let's start with something that's both weird and totally true. Did you know that bananas are radioactive? Yup. Bananas contain potassium-40, a naturally occurring isotope. Potassium is an essential element for our health, and potassium-40 emits very low levels of radiation. But don't freak out. The radiation is so small, it's not harmful at all. In fact, if you ate about 10 million bananas all at once, you might start feeling the effects. But don't try that at home. This fact is actually a part of what's called the banana equivalent dose, a way to measure radiation exposure in terms of bananas. It's a quirky, fun way to talk about radiation and its levels in our everyday life. So next time someone offers you a banana, you can say, "Thanks for the radioactive snack." Okay, this one's a bit creepy, but also super cool. Fact 2. Your body glows. Your body actually glows. Yep, it's true. Your body emits a very faint light that's invisible to the human eye. It's called bioluminescence, and while it's incredibly weak, scientists have measured it using supersensitive cameras. In fact, we all glow a little more at certain times, like when we're stressed or exerting a lot of energy. This discovery was made when Japanese scientists studied human bioluminescence in the early 2000s. Our glow is not visible under normal circumstances, but it's still there. So technically, we're all glowing creatures, just like fireflies, but in a totally non-visible way. Fact 3. Cows can recognize faces. Here's a fun one for you. Cows can recognize faces. That's right, cows have facial recognition abilities, and they can remember individual human faces for a long time. Studies show that they can tell the difference between familiar faces and strangers, and they may even show preference for certain people. So, if you've ever thought a cow was giving you a special look, it probably was. In fact, a study from the University of Northampton found that cows can remember faces for years, and they're even capable of recognizing emotional expressions. It seems like cows are a lot smarter than we give them credit for. Fact 4. The moon has moonquakes. Here's a cosmic fact that's sure to make you think twice. The moon has its own moonquakes. Just like Earth experiences earthquakes, the moon has tremors too. They're caused by things like tidal forces from Earth's gravity or even meteoroids hitting its surface. NASA's Apollo mission astronauts even recorded these quakes back in the 1970s. But here's the interesting part. These moonquakes can be pretty intense, lasting for up to 20 minutes and sometimes reaching magnitudes of 5.0 on the Richter scale. Scientists are still studying moonquakes to better understand the moon's internal structure and how it works. Could there be more going on inside the moon than we realize? Fact 5. There's a species of jellyfish that is immortal. Imagine being able to cheat death. Well, there's a creature that does it. The Turritopsis dohrnii, also known as the immortal jellyfish. When it's injured, stressed, or aging, it has the ability to revert its cells back to their earliest form, essentially starting its life cycle over again. This means it can theoretically live forever. Scientists have studied these jellyfish to try and understand the mechanisms behind this extraordinary ability, hoping to one day apply this knowledge to human aging. Talk about the ultimate life hack, right? Fact 6. The Eiffel Tower can be used to make Wi-Fi connections stronger. We all know the Eiffel Tower is iconic, but did you know it can also help boost Wi-Fi signals? The metal structure can be used as a giant signal reflector, which can sometimes help amplify wireless connections nearby. In fact, in the early days of wireless communication, the Eiffel Tower played an important role in broadcasting radio signals. While it's not a regular Wi-Fi hotspot, its metal framework can help improve signal strength in certain conditions. So, next time you're trying to get that last bit of Wi-Fi strength, just think, maybe you should head to Paris. Fact 7. A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. Here's one to really get the conversation going. A day on Venus is actually longer than a year on Venus. Yup, Venus takes about 243 Earth days to rotate on its axis, a day. But it only takes about 225 Earth days to orbit the Sun, a year. So, technically, Venus has shorter years than days. This strange rotation is due to Venus having a very slow retrograde spin. It spins in the opposite direction from most planets in our solar system. If you lived on Venus, you'd experience days that were much, much longer than the years. Imagine celebrating your birthday every year, but with an entire day of Venusian time to spare. Fact 8. Sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins. Okay, here's one that'll totally surprise you. Sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins. Dolphins are known for their impressive ability to hold their breath underwater, but it turns out sloths can hold their breath for up to 40 minutes. They do this by slowing their heart rate and entering a kind of hibernation mode. This helps them survive underwater when they need to cross rivers or swim. So, while dolphins are great swimmers, sloths have a trick up their sleeves when it comes to holding their breath. Fact 9. There's enough DNA in your body to stretch from the Earth to the Sun and back. Prepare to feel tiny for a second. If you were to unravel all the DNA in your body, it would stretch from the Earth to the Sun and back, over 600 times. Your DNA is packed into each of your cells, but it's really, really long, around 2 meters per cell. If you could line up all of it, well, let's just say you'd have a really long road trip to the Sun. It's amazing to think that all of that genetic information, which determines everything from your eye color to your susceptibility to certain diseases, is wrapped up in each of your cells in your body. Now that's a true marvel of nature. Fact 10. The longest word in the English language is over 1,000 letters long. And finally, here's one that'll leave everyone scratching their heads. The longest word in the English language has over 1,000 letters. It's the full chemical name for Titan, a giant protein found in the human body. If you tried to say it out loud, you'd be talking for a really long time. So long, in fact, that you'd probably lose your voice. This word, which is often abbreviated as Titan, is a mouthful in every sense of the word. It's used in the field of biochemistry to describe this massive protein involved in muscle contraction. So, the next time you need a tongue twister, just give Titan a try. So, there you have it. 10 totally mind-blowing facts that are sure to get the conversation flowing and break the ice at any gathering. Next time you're in a room full of people, just casually drop one of these and watch the jaws drop. You'll definitely be the talk of the party. Imagine using these facts to impress your friends, or better yet, use them to get the conversation started. They're great for those moments when you don't know how to fill the silence. And hey, if you like these facts and want more mind-bending info, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. I've got tons more fun stuff coming your way. Until next time, keep the conversations flowing and stay curious.